Hi there, I'm Michelle.
I'm Jim, and we are
Fatigue of Your Own. Welcome to another Motivational Monday.
Let's get motivated.
Woo! Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
Yeah. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. And happy 5-year anniversary.
Okay.
You seem unsettled about that.
No, I'm aware it's our 5-year anniversary for doing our Motivational Mondays.
Well, they didn't start off on Mondays.
No, they didn't start off on Mondays.
When did they start off?
Was it Fridays?
No.
What day was it? I don't remember.
It was Saturdays.
Saturdays, okay.
They started on Saturdays. And 5 years ago, obviously, March of 2020, the shutdown had just begun.
Yeah.
And
COVID was here.
That's what we decided to do because there was nothing else to do on a Saturday night.
It's true.
And so for the first probably couple months, I want to say, we did these on Saturdays. And then I think we only did them on Tuesdays for like 1 or 2 weeks. And then we settled on Mondays. And we've been doing these on Mondays ever since. So over the past 5 years, what has been one of your favorite topics?
Oh, I don't know. There's so many. I mean, probably always enjoy talking about leadership.
Yeah. Anything come to mind?
About leadership?
About one of the Motivational Mondays that we've done on leadership.
I can't think of anything that stands out about them, but why? I think you do.
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a very different answer. I always like the ones where we had guests.
Oh, okay.
My favorite one was Mike Rabinowitz.
And why is that?
Because when we do the intro, what did he do?
That's right. He went.
Oh man,
that's right.
He just went wild.
Yeah, he was waiting for it.
He knew. Yeah. He was probably one of my favorite guests that we've ever had.
Yeah. That's why I always
and we've had some really good guests.
Yeah, we always tell all of the guests you could join in on the if you want to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Mike jumped right in.
And he did.
Yeah, he couldn't wait.
Yeah,
he
was excited.
Yeah, he was.
Yep. He was fun. And yeah, I think that's probably one of my favorite ones that we've ever done.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. What was your least favorite one?
Oh boy, I don't know if there's been any least favorite ones. I don't know. I can't think of any least favorite ones. I mean,
there was one that you weren't there for. You've been missing out of them more often than I was. There were a few that I was missing from that you did by yourself.
Yeah.
But there were several that you were missing from.
Yeah, and the ones where you're by yourself aren't that much fun. Because it's hard to keep the commentary going.
Yes.
When you're there by yourself.
One of the reasons why people hire us together to do trainings and to speak together and do coachings and stuff like that together is because we bounce off of each other.
Yeah.
And when you're married for as long as we do,
you kind of know what the other person's going to say before they even say it.
My least favorite one was the one that I did last year right after your dad died.
Oh.
That was hard.
Yeah.
That was really hard.
Yeah.
Try
hard to forget about that.
I know. But you were down in Georgia.
I was in Georgia.
And I hadn't flown down yet. And so, yeah, that one was hard. But other than that, I mean, we've had some really good shows. We've talked, like you said, we've talked a lot about leadership, communication skills. We did a whole bunch on DISC. There's a couple of, more than a couple, several different books we've gone through.
Yes. Yeah.
We did As a Man Thinketh. We did Science of Getting Rich. I think there were a few John Maxwell books that we've done over the years.
Yeah.
We did who's the Drucker book, Managing Oneself.
Yeah, Peter Drucker.
We did that one. Just a lot. Oh, and we talked about 4.
Yes.
There's one year that we did a series on 4
Jeff Henderson
by Jeff Henderson. Yeah. A lot of different topics that we've covered
Yeah.
over the years.
Yeah.
They start to run together after.
They
a while.
do.
You're-
That's the
you're
whole
just
thing.
Like, oh my gosh.
When you've done 5 years and you're asking what's your favorite and what's your least favorite, it's like there's so many of them. It's hard to remember.
There are. And like I said, we've had lots of guests. The very first guest I ever had on here, you were off doing something, and it was at Christmas time. And I had a guest on here from Utah, and she and I did this, but the second guest I had was Fairy Grace. She and I, in fact, we got together in Youngwood and at the Ignite offices and did a record and did our live from there.
Where would I have been at Christmas time?
You were off doing something.
I don't remember.
But we've had when we were getting ready for the cruise retreat, Heather was on here a few times.
Yeah.
We've had Michelle Walters on here. We had Erica Gimbel on here. Katarina Rando's been on here several times. Tracy Root's been on here a couple of times, I want to say.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had several. Dr. Wynn, she lives down in the Uniontown area. She's been on here too. She's fun. And then I'm trying to think of any of we've had a lot of guests over the years.
Yeah.
And it was cool. We didn't actually start having guests until we moved to StreamYard because we couldn't.
Oh,
when prior to moving to StreamYard, we were only on Facebook, and with Facebook, it won't let you bring in somebody else unless you're using outside types of technology. And so, until we started using StreamYard, we couldn't bring on other people. And once we started using StreamYard, that's when we started going live on LinkedIn. And that was, I want to say, November of 2020 is when we started with LinkedIn and YouTube. That's when the YouTube channel was created. And it's all because of StreamYard. Great program. I hate that they've increased their prices, but great program. And we've used it for years now. Comes in very handy. What have you learned from this experience?
I guess it takes a level of discipline to do it, determination to do it. Those are probably the biggest things. And then, I have a newfound appreciation for people who, do this for a living.
Why is that?
Especially, because of what it takes sometimes to be engaging, especially when you think back to like radio stars, like in particular Rush Limbaugh, who did his 3 hours every day by himself.
Yeah.
There was nobody for him to bounce things off of. And so when you've done some of these by yourself, you realize
that's hard.
That's very hard.
Yeah.
But
that's also, you say he did it by himself, but he would have callers.
He would have callers, yes, but he did a lot of his commentary and everything. It was all him. It was all Rush.
Yeah, he would read the commentary and then he'd take callers and then he'd have sections and stuff like that. His different blocks of time.
Right.
Yeah. And you're right. It's difficult to do by yourself. But I mean, the thing about this is you don't have people calling in.
No. It's not long enough for people to call in.
No. So it's very different in that sense of it all. What is something you would change about it?
The time.
What would you change it to?
I told you before, 7 p.m. I think would work better, but you never listen. So,
I think I don't know that it would, as far because I think at that point in the day you're exhausted. So
Who is?
you.
It depends. I mean,
So I don't think that would happen. But what would you keep doing?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
I can tell you the more popular shows that we've had, Molly's in. I know all of you who are out there, you love Molly, and I understand why. I mean, she is the cutest puppy ever, so I can understand why those are the popular ones. The most popular one I think we've ever had was early on. It was the one where we talked about it's either perseverance or determination. It was one of those ones where you had the peanut butter treat and she would just follow wherever it was and focus on there. I think maybe it was focus, but it was all about how she just very determined, very focused, how she doesn't let things get in the way. Yeah.
All right. So let's wrap it up.
He's not very nostalgic when it comes to thinking about the past 5 years.
No, not really.
All right. So if anybody wanted to get in contact with us and find out more about how we can help them, what could they do?
They can give us a phone call, 412-420-7975. Send us a text message. You can also send us an email, info@ateagueofyourown.com. You can go to our website, ateagueofyourown.com. Also, we're on social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and as she mentioned earlier, we have a YouTube channel where we have all of these Motivational Mondays available to you, and then the Motivational Saturdays and Fridays or whatever.
Those are on Facebook.
Oh, those are only on Facebook?
Those are only on Facebook,
all right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and if you do visit our pages or our website, like and subscribe. We appreciate that.
Yep. All right. Well, take care and give us a call and let us know what your favorite moment was. And we will see you later.